Greetings YouTube, Itchy Braids here. Today we are talking about the Age of Aquarius and how times are getting ready to change. Now, it was originally believed that the Age of Aquarius started somewhere in 2600 CE, but now with more modern scientists and astrologers and even astronomers, they're starting to think that, okay, maybe this age really started around anywhere in between the 1950s to 2012, and some believe the age hasn't even started yet. But I'm here to tell you that we are in literally the middle of this age, and I'm going to explain how and how things are getting ready to change. So first, let's start with the age previous, the age of Pisces. Pisces represents a couple of things, creativity being one. You know, at one point you could be an artist, you could make an overnight hit, and boom, next thing you know, you're a full-fledged celebrity. Same with, you know, any type of artistry, painting, cooking. But with this new age, the age of Aquarius, creativity is a big thing that's gonna die. Creativity is not gonna be valued as much because we're going into an age of Aquarius, the age of the mind, because Aquarius is an air sign. It's fixed air, which represents the mind, the mental, and since it's fixed on itself. Now, with this change in age, you'll also see changes in the way people operate, the way the world operates, businesses. You can see this reflected through everything, essentially. And one thing Aquarius represents is analytical skills, logic, and information. Matter of fact, the age of Aquarius is also known as the age of information. And when I say information, that may not necessarily always mean true information. What you have is a hodgepodge of information, whether it's true or false. And one big thing I recognize is, you know, artificial intelligence. While AI is good, there is also a lot of bad misinformation we could probably receive through AI, because essentially all it is a big database, and the people that create that database, they determine the information that goes in and the information that's withheld. With that being said, like I said previously, in the age of Pisces, you could be an artist and you could explode off your creativity, you know. But now with us being in the age of Aquarius, you can make that same hit song or do that, you know, painting within seconds using AI. So creativity will not be as valued as much. Another thing, empathy and sympathy. The sign of Pisces represents, you know, being empathetic, sympathetic. That's why Yeshua, Christ, was the way he was. You know, Christ represents Pisces, and I can make a whole nother video on this. But that's why in the Bible you have a lot of references to fish and the feet, how Jesus washed the feet, because the sign or the part of the body that Pisces rules is the feet. That's why he walked on water. Pisces is a water sign. He turned the few pieces of fish into thousands of pieces of fish. You got the Jesus fish, turning water into wine. Anyways, I can keep throwing the parables out, but you get what I'm saying. With us going into the age of Aquarius, compassion, sympathy, and all those things, it won't be valued as much. And you can see that every day on the news. Things just tend to get worse and worse, if I'm being honest. And it seems like people are just not caring anymore. You know, I see sad posts all the time on social media, but like 10 years ago, everybody would have been reacting in a sad or way of compassion. Now, you know, people are reacting some of the saddest things now. And I'm not saying it didn't happen back then, but it's a lot more prevalent now. And here's another thing that does come with the age of Aquarius: eccentricity. And you're already seeing this. Community is dying. People do not want to work together anymore. It's all about me. It's all about self. Individualism. That is a trait associated with Aquarius. So you will see a lot more lone wolves than you've ever seen in any age. Of course, none of us will probably live to see another age unless we reincarnate. But you see what I'm saying? Community used to be important. Compassion and caring for others. Now we're going into an age where it's all about self. What can I do for me? On to the next point. Now, this could be a good thing to look at. The planet that rules Aquarius is Saturn. Saturn is tied to karma, it's tied to responsibility. And with those two things, basically, like what Cat Williams said, this year is going to be a year for exposure. A lot of these people that have been doing wrong and getting by for years, you know, doing other people wrong, they are about to get what's coming to them. Because, like I said, Saturn, the karmic planet, matter of fact, Father Time, the Grim Reaper, the ruler of Saturn, aka Kronos, is going to give them theirs. So that could be good. Of course, if you're a person with a lot of karma or dharma, you better try to reverse that before it gets to you, because karma does not miss. It may not get you in this lifetime, but if you come back here, you might be born with one leg. Something like that could happen. You never know. Two things I'd like to share with you all. So the previous age, Pisces, involves spiritualism and intuition. That's not to say that this new age of Aquarius will not have that, but that is to say this. And there are plenty of statistics that back this up. Spiritualism and those, non-religious practices are in a way dying. There are a bunch of new statistics finding that a lot of the current generations that are becoming adults now are reverting and going back to religion. When originally the statistics were showing that people were furthering away from religion. And these common religions are Christianity, Islam, and Catholicism. Of course, you probably have the Hindus too, but that is another trait associated with the age of Aquarius. Forward thinking, basically what you think. Not what somebody can teach you or tell you. It's what I think, because it's fixed air. It's a fixed mind. And why will this continue? Well, it's because it's shown to you from a young age, especially if you live in the West. Christianity, you don't have to find it. When you say the pledge in the morning, you pledge into a Christian God. And I'm not here to tell you what's wrong or right. I feel like everybody has their own path and they have to find it. But I am saying this: if we're in an age of the fixed mind, the age of Aquarius, you are going to make your judgments off what you see, off what you analyze. So if you're already shown these religious paths from a young age, and we live in the age of analytics and logic, you're going to have a lot of people that, because that's what they were shown first, they're going to follow that. And you're going to have the outliers too, because this is the age of analysis, of logic. You're going to have people that read stuff and be like, wait, that doesn't make sense, because they're using more logic. And I'm going to finish it with this. And this is on a positive note. Because Aquarius rules forward thinking and originality, we are going to have a lot of new tech, science, a lot of just innovation. Just watch all the new technology, and maybe even medical technology grow. Just watch it happen, I'm telling you. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. We could go further, but I feel that's enough for now. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get that view count and subscriber count up. And I'll throw this little fun fact out there. The word Aquarius, or better yet, most English words, you can break down the etymology and it will tie to one of the zodiac signs. Aquarius is known as the water bearer. What is another word close to Aquarius? Aquarium. And this boils back to the whole lack of compassion and empathy thing I mentioned, because water is tied to the emotions. Air is the mind. With that being said, if it's an aquarium, Aquarius, aquarium, it's holding in the water. It's holding in the emotions. So maybe that's why we're going to see this big lack of empathy and compassion and just this cold-heartedness. Because the ruler of Saturn, the ruler of Aquarius, is cold-hearted. You can almost think of the devil when you think of Saturn. Like, that's actually From an astrological standpoint, Saturn would represent the devil, but now it seems like I'm rambling, so I'm gonna cut the video here. Peace.